Success isn't something you stumble into. It isn't given. It's not passed down. It's not luck, chance, or magic. It's earned, built from the inside out, with intention, discipline, and unwavering principle. True success doesn't show up for the impatient or the entitled. It arrives for those who become worthy of it. You want real success? Then understand this. It's not about chasing the world. It's about becoming someone the world chases. And that journey begins with mastering the fundamentals, not tricks, not hacks, not shortcuts, but eternal truths that never stop working. The first, mindset. Because before you ever change your life, you must change your thoughts. Every action you take or don't take is born from your belief system. If your mind is filled with fear, you will hesitate. If it's filled with doubt, you will sabotage. But if it's filled with vision, clarity, courage, you become dangerous. You walk differently. You speak differently. You see opportunities others miss. You don't beg life for permission, you build momentum from the inside out. Because success doesn't start with doing, it starts with believing. And belief isn't some empty mantra. Belief is a discipline. It's built by guarding your thoughts, shaping your inner dialogue, and feeding your mind with the truths that make you strong, focused, and unshakable. The second fundamental, clarity. Most people are not failing, they're foggy. They're busy, but aimless. Productive, but misaligned. You cannot hit a target you can't see. And you cannot grow toward a future you haven't defined. Clarity isn't a feeling, it's a decision. Who do you want to become? What do you want to build? What matters to you so deeply that you're willing to suffer for it? That's clarity. It eliminates distraction. It kills comparison. It gives your energy a purpose, your schedule a reason, your sacrifices a direction, and with that direction, you become unstoppable. Third, vision. Success is a future born in the imagination of the present. If you can't see it, you'll never seize it. Vision is your internal compass. It guides your yes, protects your no, and fuels you when nothing seems to be working. But vision isn't just daydreaming. Vision is vivid, specific, real. It's the ability to close your eyes and see the life you are building with your choices. Not your wishes, not your emotions, your choices. Vision pulls you forward when motivation dies. Vision makes your sacrifices sacred. Vision turns discipline from something heavy into something holy. Next comes purpose. Because without purpose, success is shallow. It becomes numbers, status, a game of appearances. But with purpose, everything you do becomes charged. You stop just working for money, you start building meaning. You don't just rise for applause, you rise to contribute. Purpose gives you power when pressure hits. It turns fatigue into focus. It turns obstacles into teachers. It transforms your story into fuel. And when your purpose is clear, you begin to attract others not because of what you have, but because of who you are becoming. And when you live with purpose, you ignite the fifth fundamental, discipline. Because dreams without discipline are just illusions. Talk without execution is just noise. Potential without structure is just wasted energy. Discipline is what separates the ones who hope from the ones who build. It's not flashy, it's not glamorous, it's not viral, but it's everything. It's the quiet contract you sign with yourself in the dark, the one that says, I will do what is required, long after the mood I made the commitment in is gone. Discipline is what wakes you up before the world. It's what keeps you grounded when life shakes. It's what silences your excuses and turns intentions into reality. And here's the truth. You don't need more motivation. You need better habits. You need systems so clear, routines so automatic, and standards so non-negotiable that success becomes a byproduct of how you live, not a target you chase. The sixth, action. Because nothing changes until you move. Knowledge is not power applied. Knowledge is. You can read every book, take every course, attend every seminar, and still stay stuck if you don't move your feet. Action is the cure for fear. It is the antidote to confusion. It's the proof that you believe in what you say. Most people wait for clarity before they act, but the truth is clarity is found in motion. The doing is what refines the direction. You don't figure it all out before you start, you figure it out by starting. Action builds confidence. Action builds resilience. Action turns potential into performance. The world doesn't reward ideas, it rewards execution. So while others plan and pause and prepare forever, you must move with urgency. Because every moment you wait, someone else is out there building what you were born to do. Then comes the seventh, gratitude. Because gratitude isn't weakness, it's amplification. It turns pressure into perspective. It grounds your ambition in appreciation. It keeps you from becoming a prisoner of progress. Because without gratitude, success will always feel empty. You'll climb the ladder, hit the number, win the trophy, and still feel hollow. But when you lead with gratitude, everything changes. You start seeing lessons in the losses. You start celebrating progress, not just perfection. You stop needing more to feel like enough. And here's the paradox. Grateful people attract more abundance not because they chase it, but because they honor what they already have. Gratitude multiplies your joy. It multiplies your peace. And in a world addicted to more, you become someone who wins from a place of enoughness, and that's power. And now we arrive at the eighth fundamental, the one that separates those who plateau from those who transcend: adaptability. Because nothing stays the same. The market changes. The culture shifts. The rules evolve. And if you don't adapt, you don't survive. You become a monument to what used to work. Adaptability isn't about reacting. It's about responding with intelligence. It's about letting go of ego, of comfort, of the way things have always been. It's about updating your strategies without abandoning your values. The adaptable win not because they're the fastest, but because they're the most fluid. They don't resist change. They dance with it. They use pressure as information, failure as feedback, chaos as a compass. And every time the world throws a new challenge, they lean in and ask, what is this trying to teach me that success never could? Because true success isn't rigid. It's resilient. It moves, bends, adjusts, but never breaks. And finally, the ninth, the crown of all foundations, lifelong learning. Because no matter how high you climb, there is always another level. And those who stop learning, stop growing. Those who stop growing start dying. Success doesn't belong to those who know everything. It belongs to those who remain teachable. The greatest leaders are also the greatest students. The hungriest minds create the richest lives. Because learning isn't a phase. It's not something you do when you feel behind. It's something you do because you want to stay ahead. It's a commitment to humility, a devotion to curiosity, a refusal to let your past wins lull you into present ignorance. You don't read books to sound smart, you read to sharpen your edge. You don't seek mentors because you're weak. You seek them because you know you can be stronger. Every insight you collect becomes another tool, another angle, another way to expand your thinking, deepen your wisdom, and multiply your impact. And when these 9 foundations are in place, when your mindset is mastered, your belief is built, your clarity is non-negotiable, your vision is vivid, your purpose is burning, your discipline is dialed in, your action is relentless, your gratitude is rooted, your adaptability is alive, and your learning is unending, then success is no longer a mystery. It's no longer a question of if. It becomes inevitable. Not because the world suddenly made it easier, but because you became someone who doesn't need the world to make it easier. You became someone who creates their own momentum, their own clarity, their own breakthroughs. You became someone who didn't wait for success. You built the foundation that made success chase you. And that is true power. That is true success. And it's yours the moment you decide to live these fundamentals daily, fully, and without excuse.